unmute.
There we go.
There we
That
go.
better?
Yeah, that's better.
Hey man, it's great to be here.
Well, talk about before we get into some questions for you. How has your fall camp gone, and how do you feel like your guys are feeling headed into week one?
Well, it's been an interesting, I'm going to say interesting fall camp. We've had the opportunity to practice at a park, an area park, and it's because of the renovations in our stadium. And to be very honest, I talked to a couple of people from the community, and they are as excited. I'm talking about the Hampton community, as excited as we are to have our team at this park. And we could cry and complain about having, not being at our home stadium, about not practicing there. But the first thing is it gets us in the community. And this is Hampton. And what we've talked about is whenever we play, we want it to feel like Hampton is a home team. And so we need our community to be a part of that. So that's the first thing. The second thing is to have our players have the opportunity to understand adversity, right? To understand how to pivot in a new direction. And we've had that, right? We had the mock game just yesterday, and we got lightning. We had lightning delays. We have not had rain or lightning the entire time we've been practicing. And on the mock game day, we had to make an adjustment. We had to deal with lightning delays. And our team, I've been very pleased to say, adjustments that we've thrown at them on the field and even in lightning delay situations off the field, they've handled those adjustments the right way. And so I'm excited. There's a whole lot that I could talk about to commend this team and their work so far, but I'm excited mostly about the fact that they're locked into what our coaches are selling and that they are willing to make adjustments along the way, which that's what the game of football is about.
Question from Wayne. Go ahead, Wayne.
Hey, Coach Malone, good to see you again, sir.
Same way.
So, after 23 years as an assistant and just the long time that you've been in this game, the day is finally coming when you're going to lead a team out that tunnel. Talk about your emotions, managing your emotions and the team's emotions ahead of this game against Lynchburg.
Well, I'd have to say that I'm really excited about this opportunity, but it's not about me at all. And it's about putting our players in the best position so that they can go out and show what they've been working on. Right. Since we've been here, these players have been working toward this moment. They've been working toward this season. And so again, yes, I've done a lot of stuff over a lot of years, but now I'm in a situation where I have to be aware not to make it about me, to make sure that the focus is on our team and the focus is on all the hard work that they've put in. The focus is on all the hard work that the coaches have put in to put our team in this situation. And so as we move forward, and actually since I've been here, I've had to battle the situation of making sure I understand that it's not about me. I've coached defensive backs all my career. It's not about me. It's not my job is to go over and grab the ball from Coach Sid Whitaker and coach the cornerbacks. It's my job to be in the position that I am in. And so as we talk about, as we think about what's going to happen in a few days, I want to make sure that I put my players in the best position so that they can go out and perform, execute at a high level.
All right, Coach, and one more for you is we'll talk about a couple players. Jalen Woods obviously coming over as a quarterback. Talk a little bit about where he is in his development after not playing, but maybe a quarter and a half of football last year.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've been excited to watch Jalen grow from day one to even in the weight room today. He's a tremendous leader. He's shown that he commands the offense. He commands the offense more so than anybody on our team. And that's what you want in a quarterback. That's what the system is about offensively, is the quarterback being the director of the offense. And I've seen that. I've witnessed that throughout fall camp, throughout the spring from him. So I'm excited to have a guy of his level of ability to be able to lead our program. He's a great young man. Our team follows him. Our coaching staff follows him. And so I couldn't be more pleased than to have him step into the role as our starter.
Well, good luck to you guys, coach, this weekend, and look forward to talking to you next Monday.
Thank you.
Next question from Joanne. Go ahead, Joanne.
Hey, Coach, it's Joanne Buffet from the CAA. During media days, we asked the athletes what is something that coaches say a lot. And your guy said that you say burn the ships. That's the new motto. What does burn the ships mean?
Well, it essentially means, since we're the pirates and pirates do a lot of stuff with ships, essentially it means that when just thinking, just referencing pirates and referencing going into another land and referencing battles, uh, we're talking about the fact that if we go into a situation, there's no surrender, there's no retreat. If you have your own ships waiting out by the docks, if things don't go right, you can run back to your ships and take off, right? But if you burn your ships, the only way you leave the island, the only way you leave that place is that you take the opponent's ships. And so, again, just a reference for us within our locker room to understand that we go in with a plan and we commit to that plan. Of course, we're going to pivot along the way, but there's no retreat, there's no surrender, there's no true backup plan other than the mission that we set out on.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach.
You talked about Jalen Woods and the impact that you expect that he'll make on your offense. Who else has impressed you throughout camp on that side of the ball?
Well, I've been really impressed with our running back group. I've been impressed with Grayson Goldsmith. From the day we arrived and I watched him in the workouts, I think he improved tremendously in terms of his mental toughness, in terms of his understanding of what it takes to be a running back on this level of football. I've been impressed with the offensive line. During the spring, we had tremendous injuries in that group. But here in fall camp, they've been able to maintain healthy status throughout the group. And I've been impressed with the way they work together, the way they gel, which is what you want on an offensive line. I've been impressed defensively with the secondary, throughout the secondary. We have a lot of guys, and some of them are younger players who hadn't played a whole lot, but a lot of guys who are out there, very competitive group. And then I've also been impressed with the defensive line. Every day I see a new guy get out there and make a play to prove that he's ready to play on this level. So throughout the team, there's some guys who have performed, not quite as a whole group, but I'm excited with where we are, not necessarily from an individual or even a group level. I'm excited with where we are as a team, and we have miles to go before we are a finished product. But I'm excited about, as I've said to a few people, this is not a Toyota Sentra or even a Toyota Tundra. This is a battleship, right? And so it's a process to be able to get this program going where we want it to be, but we are headed in the right direction, and I'm pleased with that.
And that just going into Saturday's game, it's an opponent that is maybe a little bit of a lesser opponent. But what would you like to see from your team in week one? Is that that you would come out of that game feeling like, all right, we've got this thing going in the right direction?
Well, you may say a lesser opponent, but what I teach our team is that you respect all opponents, and you should never fear an opponent. But this Lynchburg team, they play, you would say up, right? They play all levels of opponents, and so they're not coming here thinking that they're going to bow down to Hampton. And our players, they need to understand it. I think it's very important that they understand that in the landscape of college football with portals and transfers, every team should be regarded highly. It's not until you get out on the grass, on the turf, that you're able to see what you're made of and what the opponent is made of. And so what I want to see is that our coaches have done a great job of preparing these players. So I want to see that discipline. I want to see physicality. I want to see execution at a high level, as any coach would want to see in game one. And I know game one is always a challenge to get all those things. But that's what we've been talking about. That's what we've been working toward. And I think that it's going to go a long way as to just for our players to be able to settle in and operate, just the way we've done at practice early in this game and to continue it out to finish this game and even through the season.
Coach, thanks as always for the time here this morning.